With 2015 now a fond memory, all eyes return to the court for the start of another scintillating season on the WTA Tour. With last year's Race to Singapore qualifications being the closest it has ever been, players return from the off-court season refreshed, refocused and setting their eyes on the 2016 circuit. Eyes illuminate the white-lined acrylic, clay and grass court domains, signalling debut tournaments to be crowned, records to be broken and new champions to conquer. 22 premier tournaments and 34 internationals gives players stunning locations to leave their mark on 2016. And today, that vital off-season perfect practice was put into play. Armed with new goals, new tactics and energised ambition. The road to Singapore begins once again, as players turn their attention to last year's previously unfinished business. As it has been since 2009, the first tournament of 2016 is set along the beautiful Australian stretch of the Gold Coast at the Brisbane International. With 4 top 10 players in action, it is set to be an impressive introduction to the year, the winner of which will sit at the summit of the year's first Road to Singapore leaderboard update. And a player who knows what it's like to lift the trophy is defending champion Maria Sharapova. After missing nearly 4 months of action last year due to injury, the 28-year-old is confident she will return mentally prepared and healthy for the upcoming year.
It was just great to mentally feel like I was okay, I'm back on the court and I'm withstanding such physical matches and I'm getting through them and I'm feeling really confident and healthy, and here I am standing having a title to defend, which is a very special feeling, and I played some really high quality tennis here, so of course as you return to that place in that center court you always want to relive those memories.
The youngster of the top 10 is Garbine Muguruza. The 22-year-old excelled in 2015 with her first Grand Slam final at Wimbledon. She won her second career title in Beijing and confronted the world's best at the WTA finals in both singles and doubles.
Well, last year I think it's been an amazing year. Very happy about the last season obviously, but yeah, I have great memories and good motivation to start the next one. You know, my goal is just to keep the same level, try to perform my best every time I go to the court, and there's no secret, that's it.
Angelique Kerber is another star-studded player appearing in Brisbane, who returns to the court confident with her pre-season preparations.
I'm happy about my pre-season. I did everything I could, and now I'm looking forward to be here in Brisbane and start the year with my matches.
And so it was time for the players to fine-tune their preparations for the Australian Open, with Dominika Cibulkova the first to conquer. She took on Janina Wickmeyer, who was a less than straightforward prospect for last year's Australian Open quarter-finalist. After going up a break in the second game, the Belgian immediately laid the pressure on, highlighting the open court angles.
Oh, that is a wonderful change of direction, taking that forehand well and truly on the rise.
And both set points were needed for Wickmeyer as Cibulkova bowed out with a double fault, gifting her opponent the first set.
First set on the board for Janina Wickmeyer. She takes it 6-3.
The second set saw a different complexion, Cibulkova racing to a 4-1 lead, but struggled to close it out, and once again Wickmeyer found her forehand on target. But the Belgians' impressive forehand struggled on set point, levelling the scoreline 6-4.
1 hour and 27 minutes on the clock for the first time in this the 7th meeting between these two players.
A sense of role reversal in the third, as it was the Slovak's forehand now demonising the open court. Unlike in the first, her serve didn't falter, sealing it out with a 3-6, 6-4, 6-4 victory.
3-set victory here today for Dominika Cibulkova in 2 hours and 11 minutes, having dropped the first set.
Meanwhile, Andrea Petkovic had an easier matchup against Brazil's unseeded Teliana Pereira. Her impressive shot execution signalling her winning form to follow.
Really flattened out the forehand in that last rally.
The first set served out in emphatic style, 6-1. With just 5 winners to her name, Brea was overpowered by the German number 2 as she forced the error for a 6-1, 6-2 victory.
Petkovic looked confident from the very first service game.
Elsewhere, 5th seed Timea Bashynski grabbed just the 3 games as she fell to Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. She now faces Elise Cornet in the next round, after she defeated her compatriot Kristina Mladenovic. Tomorrow sees top seed action from Angelique Kerber as she takes on Italy's Camilla Giorgi, while 6th seed Carla Suarez Navarro returns against Ayla Tomljanovic for the second day in the Gold Coast capital.